Vermont General Hospital, the dead don't rest. Shadows breathe, whispers scream your name, and hollow-eyed figures lurk in the dark. Once inside, the walls trap you and they never let go. The Vermont General Hospital was an old relic of the 19th century, nestled at the edge of the Green Mountains. Its red-bricked facade bore the weight of decades, cracked and weathered by time. Rumors surrounded the hospital, tales of patients who never left and nurses who vanished without a trace. Emily knew these stories when she accepted the night shift position, but practicality overrode her apprehensions. After all, hospitals were places of healing, not fear, or so she thought. Emily's first night began uneventfully. The halls were dimly lit, the sterile white walls reflecting the faint hum of fluorescent lights. The hospital's night shift was eerily quiet, the occasional beep of a distant monitor or the squeak of a gurney breaking the oppressive silence. At 11 p.m., she made her rounds, checking on patients who lay peacefully asleep. Yet, a strange heaviness hung in the air, a weight she couldn't shake. By midnight, Emily noticed something odd. Room 207, listed as unoccupied, had its light on. Puzzled, she peered inside. The bed was empty, yet the room felt occupied. The air was dense, the shadows in the corners deeper than they should be. She turned off the light and closed the door, chalking it up to a maintenance oversight. Back at the nurse's station, Emily reviewed patient files, the rhythmic tapping of the keyboard grounding her nerves. Suddenly, the intercom crackled to life, static filling the corridor. A soft, melodic hum followed a lullaby. Emily froze, her heart pounding. The sound was faint but unmistakable. She pressed the intercom button. "Who's there?" Silence answered her. At 2 a.m., the hospital felt alive in a way that had nothing to do with the living. The temperature dropped, her breath visible in the air. Footsteps echoed down the hall, deliberate and slow. Emily rose, flashlight in hand, and called out, "Hello. Is someone there?" Her voice wavered. The steps stopped abruptly. Turning the corner, she found nothing but an empty corridor. A chilling whisper brushed past her ear. "Leave." She spun around, the beam of her flashlight trembling. Again, no one was there. Emily returned to her desk, only to find a patient file sitting on it, a file she hadn't touched. It belonged to a boy named Thomas Lasker, admitted in 1903. The notes detailed a mysterious illness and an unexplained death. A photograph of the boy was paper-clipped to the file. His hollow eyes seemed to follow her. Determined to rationalize, Emily dove into the hospital archives. She uncovered a dark history. Vermont General had been a sanatorium during a tuberculosis outbreak in the early 1900s. Patients were isolated, many left to die alone. The whispers of mistreatment and experiments were rampant. Those who passed were sent through a body chute in the basement, ensuring the other patients wouldn't see the dead leave. Curiosity compelled her to investigate. She found the stairwell to the basement locked, but a skeleton key dangled nearby, as if beckoning her. The basement was cold and damp, the air heavy with mildew and decay. The walls bore scratches, desperate claw marks of those who had tried to escape. At the end of the corridor was the body chute. Its gaping maw seemed to breathe, a chilling draft emanating from its depths. Emily's flashlight flickered, then died. Panic set in as the darkness closed around her. A child's voice echoed softly, "Why did you let us die?" Emily stumbled back, her heart racing. A figure emerged from the shadows, a boy in hospital garb, his face pale and sunken. It was Thomas. He raised a finger, pointing behind her. Turning, she saw dozens of spectral figures, their faces twisted in pain and anger. They moved closer, their whispers growing into a deafening chorus of despair and accusation. Emily screamed, running blindly up the stairs. She burst into the corridor, only to find the hospital transformed. The walls dripped with blood, the lights flickering erratically. The patients she had checked on earlier now stood in the halls, their eyes black voids, their mouths stitched shut. Desperate, Emily ran to the main doors, but they wouldn't budge. The glass showed her reflection, or what should have been her reflection. Instead, a shadowy figure stared back, its hollow eyes boring into her soul. A hand reached out from the glass, grabbing her wrist. The clock struck 3:33 a.m. The hospital fell silent, the normalcy of the sterile white halls returning. The morning staff found Emily's belongings neatly placed at the nurse's station, but she was nowhere to be found. Her car remained in the parking lot, untouched. To this day, the night shift at Vermont General remains a mystery. staff report hearing whispers, lullabies, and footsteps in the dead of night. Room 207's light often flickers, despite being empty. Some claim to have seen a young boy wandering the halls, his hollow eyes filled with sorrow. Emily's disappearance is just another tale added to the hospital's grim legend. Vermont General stands as a testament to the lives lost and the secrets buried within its walls, a place where the living and the dead coexist. And the night shift is far more than just another job. As the years passed, the hospital became an attraction for paranormal investigators. A team of ghost hunters, armed with cameras and EP devices, decided to spend a night in the infamous hospital. Their live-streamed footage drew thousands of viewers, all eager for a glimpse of the supernatural. Their night began with typical urban exploration: creaking floors, distant noises, and sudden cold spots. But as midnight approached, the atmosphere changed. Cameras captured shadowy figures darting across the halls. F recordings picked up faint voices, some pleading, others laughing mockingly. The lead investigator, Sarah, felt drawn to room 207. She described an overwhelming sense of sadness as she entered. The temperature plummeted, and her breath fogged the air. The team's equipment malfunctioned simultaneously, cameras freezing and lights flickering. Then, a voice clear and childlike whispered, "Why are you here?" In the basement, another team member, Mark, investigated the body chute. His flashlight revealed old bloodstains on the walls. Suddenly, the chute's dark opening seemed to ripple, as if something was moving within. Mark felt a hand brush his shoulder. Turning, he saw no one, but his camera captured a translucent figure standing inches away. The team's final hours in Vermont General were chaos. Doors slammed shut, isolating members. Footsteps and whispers filled the air. One by one, the investigators were overwhelmed by the oppressive energy, retreating to the exit. As they reviewed their footage, they noticed something chilling. A spectral figure appeared in almost every shot, watching them with hollow eyes. The footage was enough to cement Vermont General's place as one of the most haunted locations in the country. Paranormal enthusiasts continue to visit, each adding their own experiences to the growing legend. Yet, for those who spend too long within its walls, the hospital leaves an indelible mark, a sense of dread that lingers long after they've left. Emily's story remains the most haunting of all. Her face occasionally appears in photographs taken by visitors, her eyes filled with the same sorrow that consumed her on that fateful night. Vermont General Hospital stands as a chilling reminder of the boundary between the living and the dead, a place where echoes of the past refuse to fade. And the night shift is a journey into the unknown. To further compound the mystery, occasional newspaper reports and first-hand accounts add to the lore surrounding Vermont General. A local historian once uncovered blueprints revealing an uncharted wing of the hospital, a section buried deep beneath the foundations. This wing, sealed off and forgotten, allegedly housed experimental treatments during the early 20th century. What horrors it contained remain a subject of speculation. Visitors who dare to approach the hospital often report strange phenomena before even stepping inside. Cars parked near the property frequently malfunction, their batteries inexplicably drained. A phantom figure has been spotted pacing the roof, its outline visible against the moonlit sky. Some claim to hear the faint strains of a piano echoing through the air, though no such instrument exists within the hospital today. Among the stories that persist, one chilling tale stands out. A group of college students, drawn by curiosity and the thrill of danger, entered the hospital on Halloween night. Armed with flashlights and bravado, they ventured deep into the building. Hours later, only one of them emerged, incoherent and trembling. He spoke of shadows that moved independently, of his friends being lured away by whispers. His account ended abruptly when he checked himself into a psychiatric facility, unwilling or unable to discuss what transpired. The enduring allure of Vermont General lies in its ability to blur the lines between myth and reality. Each new encounter adds another layer to its legend, ensuring its place as a focal point of paranormal fascination. Despite, or perhaps because of the fear it inspires, the hospital remains a testament to humanity's insatiable curiosity about the unknown. For Emily, Sarah, and countless others, Vermont General Hospital is more than a building. It is a liminal space, a crossroads where time, reality, and the supernatural converge. Those who step within its walls carry a piece of it with them, a reminder of the unseen forces that shape our world. In the quiet moments of the night, when the air is still and the mind begins to wander, the whispers of Vermont General echo, a chilling reminder that some doors, once opened, can never truly be closed. Vermont General Hospital isn't just haunted, it's a labyrinth of fear where the living are prey to shadows that breathe and whispers that pierce the soul. The walls pulse with agony, holding the cries of those who vanished, their terror echoing forever. Those who dare to enter risk more than fear, they risk their sanity. The hospital watches, waits, and consumes. Would you survive a single night in its cursed depths, or would you become another tale in its dark legacy? If this story gripped your soul, smash that like button and subscribe for more haunting tales. Share this with your bravest friends and comment below, could you face the horrors of Vermont General? Stay tuned, our next story will pull you even deeper into the shadows.